Hello everybody! So in this video I will show you my latest creations, these two beautiful black shungite pyramids, which are probably the strongest that I've built so far. Okay, so if you know my usual Orgonite pyramid builds, they look a little bit different. You see more crystals on the outside and yeah, they're not that black. But I thought a lot about how I could build them and make him even stronger. And this time I changed my principle of building quite a lot. I will go with you through it and through the entire building process, what materials I used later on in the video. But first, let me just tell you the basics on how I built them and show you them in their full glory. And also show you their extremely strong field, because I used in each pyramid a very large and strong neodymium magnet in the center, and the main mix of materials consists out of iron, brass and various crystals, all in granulate form, so all just very fine material, very densely packed inside here. Okay, I also used in each pyramid 5 large quartz crystal tips, so there are also large crystals in there, but the main mix is just all very fine granulate of various crystals and metals. Okay, and the dark color comes from actual shungite powder that I mixed into the resin. Okay, and this gives us this nice look, and as you can see if you look closer, it looks really nice with the golden colored brass pieces and yeah, all the other materials shining through here. Of course, on the sides, as usual, we have these copper wires, also these copper coated stainless steel balls. And on the top here with this pyramid, I used a quartz crystal pyramid as a tip. And here with this one, I used an actual shungite pyramid as a tip. Okay, which fits the theme really nicely. I think both of them turned out really awesome. And let me just quickly show you how strong the field actually is, so you get an idea. So I have here just a stack of a few neodymium magnets, and let's see what happens when I just place them next to it. Do you see this? I can't tie them then like this. They will rise up. That is how strong the field of these pyramids is and how far it extends. So you can literally feel the field all over here quite strong when I just hover around with the magnet like this. And that is because, of course, of the strong neodymium magnets that are built inside here, which do magnetize the entire pyramid, because half or roughly half of the materials that I used, which is non-epoxid, is iron granulate. Okay, that's all the black stuff that you see here. So there's a lot of iron in there, and all of this of course gets magnetized, so the entire pyramid acts like a giant pyramid magnet, in essence you could say, but also in the structure of orgonite with various crystals and also dielectric materials and diamagnetic materials like copper or brass also embedded in them, and of course in various geometries arranged, so it makes sense, but we will come to that later. So yeah, also what I noticed is cool phenomenon when I was working in that room and had these two pyramids sitting here. I heard my cat purring really loudly. Then I turned around and I saw she was lying next to the pyramids, and she did that multiple times, so she approved of them and she actually likes them really much as I do. So yeah, I guess they're cat approved. Also, I had to make a few small touch-ups here. As you can see, these are just slight optical defects where I had some bubble formation on the outside. That's when I added the magnet, the entire mix contracts, and yeah, left me with a few bubbles on the outside, which I just filled in with more resin, and try to hide as best as you can, but if you look closely, it's slightly visible, okay? But I guess that's the art of creation. There are always some imperfections. Yeah, if you're interested in them, you will find them in my shop. The link is in the video description. But for now, let's go over to the creation process and I will guide you through how I made them with a few images and tell you about the stuff that I did to build them. So let's start off with the crystal and metal mix that I use for this build first. And as you can already see, these tiny small black pebbles, this is all iron granulate, okay? And the golden strands that you see here is fine brass granulate. We also have lots of copper granulate over here. So this is the metal part of the mix. Then all of these white small crystals, this is just quartz crystal granulate, very fine. Then the blue crystals is blue apatite. We also have here amethyst in granulate form over here. And of course also some pyrite granulate. Okay, so this is the basic mix that I use for both pyramids, and it is roughly 50% iron, then like 10% copper and brass, and the rest is crystals by volume. Okay, so that you get a feeling of what kind of mix I used in both of these pyramids. And let's start off with the first pyramid, which has the quartz crystal on the top. So as you can see here on the sides, we have these copper wires that are twisted, and then around the pyramid that's already inserted here, we have also these copper wires and these stainless steel balls that are copper coated on top here. And I already also added some epoxy resin here to the pyramid. Then I filled it up with some more epoxy resin, where I already mixed some shungite and quartz crystal powder into it, and that gives it this nice black color, okay? And also I added some of the metal and crystal mix into it. On the sides here, as you can see, I added these copper wires as well, and then later on added these copper coated balls also on top of it. On the next picture here you see I added even more of the mix, and in the center I stuck in a large quartz crystal tip with the tip pointing towards the tip of the pyramid, okay? And then on top of it I used a block magnet, a large neodymium block magnet. It is 40 by 40 millimeters in the dimensions, and it is 20 millimeters high. So a fairly strong and large neodymium block magnet, N52 grade. And as you can already see by the materials attracted to it, it really has already like influenced the entire material mix magnetically. Okay, and then I added even more of the metal and crystal mix, and of course also resin to it, and on the sides here these copper wires as well. And as you can see in the center here, the magnet still influences the entire mix, and you see these spikes forming around here in the center. Then I added even more to it, and here you can see the resin even better, this black color. On the sides, of course, I added these copper wires and copper coated stainless steel balls again. That's just something I like to do. And on the next image we can see I also added 4 large quartz crystal tips here, pointing with their tips towards the outside, okay? So that we have some actual large physical crystals in there as well, and not just fine granulate. I thought this was important as well. And then right at the bottom of the pyramid, I added a large copper SBB spiral, okay? As you can see here. You can wind it quite easily, and make sure when you add it that you orient it correctly, okay? That is a really important part. This is like the polarity of a magnet. This coil also has a polarity. As you can see in the center here, it shows like a 2, okay? And this is how you orient it when the north pole of the magnet that's added in the center of the pyramid is actually facing towards the tip of the pyramid. Okay, so the tip of the pyramid is north pole, and then you add the spiral like this, so basically it rotates in the same direction as the field. Okay, so this even enhances, in my opinion, the field even more. I always add these copper spirals at the bottom of my Orgonite because I think it gives it a real nice energy flow additionally. And then I added more of the crystal and metal mix on top of it, added some more resin, and yeah, then finished it off with even more of the resin, where I mixed in again shungite powder and quartz crystal powder, very fine powder. And yeah, this basically finishes off the pyramid as you can see here. So now let's go over to the second pyramid with the shungite pyramid tip. I won't explain everything in full detail again because it's built very similar, but as you can see here on the sides we got these twisted copper wires as well. Okay, then around the pyramid also these twisted copper wires and the stainless steel copper coated balls. The next layer is just filled with more of the mix of epoxy resin and metals and crystals. In the center I added again a quartz crystal tip facing towards the tip. On the sides here these copper wires and balls again. Then I added more of the mix, and with this pyramid I added a really large flat disc magnet, neodymium disc magnet, which is also very strong. It's 7 centimeters in diameter, 1 centimeter high. Okay, a really dangerous neodymium magnet. You have to be careful when you add such large neodymium magnets to the mix or bring it close to anything ferromagnetic. Like all of the iron in this mix is strongly attracted to it. So it was actually a little bit a challenge to add this one. You have to add it in the center precisely because after you added it you can't move it anymore. Okay, and yeah, then of course I added some more material on top of it. It's always just the same prepared mix of crystals and metals, and of course the epoxy resin. And on the sides here you can see these 4 large quartz crystal tips again pointing outwards. And you can also see in the center really nicely here how the strong magnetic field of the magnet actually influences the mix, so it forms these nice spikes in the center, just like with ferrofluid and magnets. Then I also added even more materials on top of it. Here you can see still a little bit more of the resin, and why you see this is because when I didn't add that much metals and crystals yet, I always make sure to use a wooden spoon or a wooden stick to like poke the material when I add it layer by layer, so you get a really densely packed mix. Okay, you don't want a lot of epoxy resin pockets within the pyramid. You want to have the materials, meaning the metals and crystals, packed really densely. Okay, just something to point out. And yeah, on the sides of course again copper wires and copper balls. Here also on the bottom layer we have the copper SPB spiral oriented the same way as I explained before. And then I finished it off with even more of the material and some epoxy resin. And that's basically how you build these 2 beautiful pyramids. You can of course ask me in the comments and let me know what you think about these pyramids, if you like them, if it was inspirational for you. And there is one thing I want to say about the magnets that I use in my Orgonite builds. I don't see a lot of people using them when they're building Orgonite, and of course there's nothing wrong with it. You can build it however you want, what you feel guided to do, but I can just recommend, if you build Orgonite, just try it out. You don't have to use a large neodymium magnet like I did. Also, small neodymium magnets or even ferrite magnets are fine to use. Just try it out, build one with and without a magnet, and if you can feel the energy or you're energy sensitive, you can almost very likely feel the difference immediately. At least I do. And I've built lots of Orgonite with and without magnets, and I personally don't build them without magnets anymore because they're just much more powerful this way. Okay? And also don't overdo it. Like, there has to be a balance of mass of the Orgonite pyramid itself and the size of the neodymium magnet. So the size of the magnets that I used in here is what I would say almost at the max of what I would use in a pyramid of this size and mass. And yeah, I thought a lot about how I could build it and improve it, and I just wanted to do a vastly different approach than what I do normally. And this was the concept I came up with and I built, and I'm really satisfied with it. They turned out really powerful and strong, and basically the field distributed perfectly over the entire pyramid, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay? So, I hope this was inspirational and helpful to you and gave you some ideas. So, I thank you very much for watching and your time. So, have a nice day and goodbye.